Hi everyone, my name is Pilot Build Cities, but you can call me Pilot, and welcome to a special airport project. Really excited to be bringing this project to you today. It's kind of been in the works for a while, and yeah, I decided to go in a different direction partway through and kind of had to start over and all this kind of stuff. So anyways, we're actually on a custom map that I have built. It's a little rudimentary. I'm kind of still dabbling into the world of map making, but yeah, I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a one-to-one build today. So yeah, we've kind of really treed up this area, built a little bit of a beach along here as well, and we just have one simple highway connection. There's one air connection and one ship connection as well. So yeah, basically a pretty laid back build today. It's going to be mostly time-lapse with a little bit of commentary, but yeah, without further ado, I'm going to dive right in and start building, and you'll hear from me throughout the build today. To start off, I'm just going to make the airport layout. It's going to be 3 runways, and it's based off an airport that I used to fly into at my old job. And there's these little airports scattered all around Canada where they used to be actually former military bases for training. So a lot of them are in these small communities, but they're actually quite large airports. I'm building this a little closer to 1-to-1 in terms of size. So there's a little bit of scaling happening here where I'm going to take some stuff more to actual size. Some things are going to be probably a bit bigger than what they would be in the airport, just because we want to make this a bit functional as well. So the terminal is going to be way bigger than expected, but then we'll use smaller aircraft stands. And yeah, I found a couple custom ones from the workshop here. So I'm going to lay out the taxiways and the runways, probably fiddle around with it for a little bit, and then come back a little bit later. So here I'm just working out a little bit of the taxiway system for the apron again. Kind of had to adapt to Cities Skylines a little bit. This is a bit bigger than it needs to be, and also the taxiway system is a little bit more different than it needs to be. But here again, I'm going to place this larger terminal here, and yeah, this gets moved around quite a little bit. I have a little trouble deciding how I want the final gates to lay out. So this will shift around a few times, but then we eventually come to something that will eventually become something that works, is what I'm trying to say. Now I'm just getting the roadway network laid out for here. So it does come right off a highway, a local highway. And so we'll just use a two-way road highway to come up to the terminal here. And then we'll make a little bit of a loop and also add some parking and a few other things. finally got the terminal placed how I want, and now I'm just gonna place down a couple hangars here, and yeah, we'll kind of detail these a little bit here and there as we make our way through the build. I kind of do come back to it a little bit later after the first initial little bit, just with some new workshop items to try and sort of just better give some effects. I needed some good dirt and cracks and all that kind of stuff, road wear. Basically, just kind of wanted to, yeah, sort of take down sort of the, I don't know how you put it, I guess, niceness of the terminal. Yeah, this, you know, airport is in a bit of a rural town, so its runways aren't crisp and clean all the time, or neither the taxiways. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to see if I could recreate that effect. Here I'm just going to add a bunch of trees, and it's pretty common in a lot of these airports that they wouldn't have fencing quite everywhere on the airport. Seems how, due to the level of certification, it maybe doesn't require it. And I'm just leaving a little things here, what we would call like a clearway. So it helps clear obstacles around the runway, but it doesn't actually sort of increase the runway length or anything like that. So yeah, it really just kind of helps with the what we call the takeoff distance available, or TOTA, and landing distance available as well, by having these little clearways here. So next I just want to build a little bit of a small town here, just so we have some people who want to maybe come to and from our airport. We also add a little bit of industry in here as well. And yeah, just start with a little bit of a small town. There is one small, more like a subdivision near this airport, but again, kind of adapting it a little bit to Cities Skylines here. So So here I'm just doing that last little bit of dirt detailing here, so just trying to sort of again rough it up a little bit, yeah, kind of make this a little bit more of a muddy area where these airplanes are parked. And I chose these little Cessnas, King Air and a Navajo here because these are common aircraft you would find kind of at these small airports. Again, it's a pretty rural area, so you're going to have small Cessnas for private airplanes for people to fly in and out of. You've also got the King Air, maybe that'll come in as a medevac, which is, you know, air ambulance. And finally, in the Navajo, maybe it's for a small charter or a small airline operation that's going to run to a more major airport. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining me today on this build. It was a lot of fun recreating a place I used to love to visit a lot of the times. It was one of my favorite airports to fly into early on in my career. So hope you enjoyed this adventure. If you'd like to see more building on this map, do let me know. We can definitely look at expanding that little city and making this area a little bit busier. So that'll do it for me today. So take care, everyone. Bye-bye.